Hi guys, welcome to this session on Microsoft Access. In this session we're going to look at creating a sales funnel based on courses booked, pending or lost from our table. If I just show you or remind you what that is. So we've got a form here with customers, inquiry, pending, booked or lost, and then you've got the bookings there and then some marketing information. So now I just want to look at pending, booked and lost, and then I want to create a graph to represent that as a report. So if I close that down and just open the report so you can see what I mean. So this is basically the end product. So 66% of all inquiries have ended up with a booking, which is good. And there's a breakdown of pendings. So there's 12 inquiries, 3 are pending still, 1 has been lost and 8 have been booked. Now that is coming or being driven by a query. The query is the sales funnel query, so I'll just run that. You can see the figures there and there's a formula working that out. Now if I go into design on that, you can see how I've done this. So it's just expressions that I've set there. So I've activated the totals feature and then I've just done the expressions. So I'll try and recreate that as best I can, as quick as I can. So new query, create query in design, and we're going to add each of these elements. So we need the status table. We also need the customers table. The links are already there, should be there. So we want pending, we want booked and lost, and then if I just have a quick look at the other one, sales funnel, what else do we want? We want customers as well. So customers. Now if I run that query, it just gives us a breakdown like that. These are all yes, no, true or false fields. So the ticks would be -1 and the blanks would be 0. So what I'm going to do is, if I just put the totals feature on and do sum, so that's what you would naturally think you can do, sum, and then run it, I'll get these minus numbers, and sum of customers has come up with 60. So I've changed it so I'm doing that just wants to be a count, not a sum. But these need to be all expressions and they need to be put at the top. Now what I've done is I've used the ABS function, which will make a negative into a whole number. So basically sum ABS pending. That's what I need to do, and then I've just put running total in front of that. So I'll go back into design. I'll put this to count. See if that makes a difference. Have a quick look. Yeah, 12. Then I can move that to the beginning, so that one's okay. So all of these need to be deleted and created as expressions. So the first one is just going to be equals sum, open bracket, pending, square bracket, close the sum. See what happens with that. Didn't like that, so let's have a quick back look at the other one. So sum ABS, so I need to change that to expression, and I need to use the ABS function. So not group by, expression, and when I run that, let's have a look. Still got -3, so this is where the ABS will come in. Sum ABS, let's have a quick look at that one. Sum ABS pending, and that's what I need to do for each one. So sum, and then I'm just going to zoom this up so you can see. If I put ABS in there, just as a whole number, open bracket, and then close the bracket at the end, change the name. So this is going to be pending total. So that's how it all works. Click OK, run it. So now it's saying 3 instead of -3. And then I do the same for the others. So it's going to be lost. So the title is going to be lost total, colon. Now sum, open bracket, ABS, open bracket, and then lost inside square brackets, close the 2 brackets at the end, and change this to expression. Check it worked. 1, that's correct, there was only 1, and then the last one is going to be, just make a bit more space, this is going to be booked total, colon, sum, open bracket, ABS, open brackets, and then booked in square brackets, close the 2 normal brackets, change this to expression, and run. There you go. So that's the query. I'm not going to save that, so I've already got it saved there. Close that one down. Don't save it. Close this down. Now to create the report, this one, I'm going to create a blank one, a blank report design should I say. Go to the property sheet and select sales funnel, that one, and then I need to insert a chart, and I want a bar chart and a stacked bar chart. So you just draw the rectangle like so, and then you get the data from here. So sales funnel, and then you've got this little preview which isn't great, but this is your company total field pending, so that's what I want first, followed by pending, lost, and booked. Now on this one you've got chart title. You can change all of this, but I want to change the chart title, so type chart title. So this is going to be called sales funnel. Just click away from that. Now these, I want to change these, so back to this one. So if I go to each one of these, and I don't want to take that off, I want to change the format of that. So I'll go to the top and pending total, so there's the title, so it just wants to say pending. To delete that, make a space, select the next one down, get rid of the sum of, put a space in it, select the next one down, get rid of that, make a space, and then the last one, get rid of the sum of, make a space. So you've got rid of, you've renamed the labels. So I think I'm happy with this, so I can get rid of, click on to the rest of this, put the fields back on, because this %1 is a field I want to be at the top. Just make a space for that, and these need to be a little bit bigger so I can change the font. So format, if I put the font size to 20 for both of these, you can see what this looks like. 20 and bold and bold, and then go back to design, have a quick look, see what that looks like. Something is truncated, so you need to fix that. But there you go, you've got your graph. And if I just make that a little bit bigger. Now you've got this display label, so if I'm on the loss total, so if I tick that, it should put the data labels on there for you, like so. And then if I go back and have a look, you've got your figures like this. So this, remember, oops, I still need to fix that. This, remember, is picking up the data from your bookings. So as soon as your bookings change, this will show you, and that will change, hopefully go up and not down. But there you go, that's the end of that little bit. So we've created our little sales funnel. So the next session we'll be looking at creating an invoice, and I may have to edit some of these fields, as that is usually the case when you start creating things, or you suddenly remember you want to do something. You have to sort of go back to the basic tables and add or delete or change different things. But that's the next session, that's the end of this one, so thank you for your time.